Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Battle Brothers, where we are going to see if we want to take this contract. I've read this out. Basically, he wants us to guard his caravan. These can be great and these can be terrible. It really depends. He says he wants to go to Saltkai. Let's see what it pays. It pays a lot. Which means that I'm very scared that we're going to get ambushed and die horribly. I'm going to ask for a little more money. I'm going to give it. I'm going to accept the offer, but that's kind of misleading. I haven't actually accepted the contract yet. I'm saying that, like, okay, that's a fair price. In the southwest. I need some time to think about it. I want to see where this town is. Oh my god, is it like way down here? It is. Holy shit. No, I'm not taking that. I can't. We're gonna die to like some crazy like orc hunters or something along the way. By the way, this is like a I think the term is like low magic kind of place. Like there are some magical things, but there's not a lot of it around. So there are excuse me. There are orcs, there are like undead vampiric kind of things, stuff like that, but you're not gonna see like wizards running around shooting lightning bolts at people and whatnot. We can look at people. I would like a few more, because we're gonna have deaths. People are gonna die no matter what. And I like to get cheap people for the center, and then once they prove themselves and they don't die in the center, they can kind of move out to the flanks and become regulars of the company. We got a messenger, got a monk, poachers, daytailers, killer on the run. I've never had a killer on the run. I'm kind of curious like what they're going to be good at. I'm assuming that they're going to have decent melee skill. Maybe some what's it called? I think it's called Resolve in this game. Where basically, like, they're not gonna freak out and run away right away. Something crazy happens. Got 6. I get one more. No, I think we're gonna wait for a big contract before we hire more. For now, let's try and keep our company light. And that way we don't have a lot of expenses per day. And we got a bit of food, but we're still fine on food. I can't really do that contract. I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to tell you that I decline it. It's going to go away. I have to wait some predetermined time or something. I'm not exactly sure how the contracts are spawned. I don't know if it's time-based or if you have to do other contracts to get more to spawn or whatnot. But we're going to decline that one, and we're going to keep moving towards the city. There's a nifty little button here, too. You can lock yourself on here. You can get ambushed. You can get attacked by random things out in the wilds. You can also make camp, which basically passes time, allows you to fix your weapons and like heal your people a lot quicker, but it also makes you extra vulnerable to being attacked. I'm assuming you just get higher dice rolls or something like that for it. But we seem to have made it to Grimborg here fairly safely. Nighttime though, nobody's going to be here. We're just going to camp right here until the morning. You can see we're using food every once in a while. It'll tick up dawn, so we can go inside. People are going to be here now. Contracts are locked. So this is a thing where I actually haven't gotten to the point where the contracts have been unlocked. But I'll show you over. Okay, well, there's an event. Sitting and jesting with the men while they check their kit, hone their blades, and mend their armor. Your mind wanders off thinking about new ideas for improving the company and its reputation across the lands. What is your conclusion, and what do you tell the men? So we're picking an ambition. We're picking something that we want to do to kind of improve our stature among everybody in the area. So we can get the company strength to 12 men, something I plan on doing, but probably not that soon. Or we can do this, we need allies, we'll forge a bond of friendship with a company, with a town. This is what I was saying in the previous episode. If you do all those Hoggart missions, you only need to do like 1 or 2 missions in that initial village to get friendly with that village. I think we're going to do this because getting to 12 men isn't something that I want to do straight away. I kind of want to work my way into this game since there might be people that haven't seen it yet. And this is a better way to kind of slowly introduce everything. Let's go ahead and head back into this town. I want to look at the marketplace. I also want to look at the people. If you notice, things are a little more expensive here, but you can also find nice equipment. Like there's a crossbow just sitting in the marketplace. There's also this boar spear. I'm tempted to buy this shield because we're still short 1. This guy has a buckler, but the bucklers they're like half. No, they're not half, but they're like 8 armor short, and they don't provide nearly as much defense. You can see 15, 15. And then this one is 10 and 15. I don't like the bucklers all that much. I like to give them to my men as a backup, but I don't like them to have it as their primary shield. I think I'm going to buy this one. I don't think I'm going to buy any of the armor. It's too expensive. It's not really worth it. Don't see anything else. The war dogs are kind of cool, but this is too much for a war dog. Eventually I'll buy one and I'll show you how it works. I kind of keep them in reserve for oh shit moments. When I think that I'm in deep trouble, I'll release my dogs, but for the most part I keep them leashed up. So now that we have that shield, let's go ahead and equip it on this guy. We're looking at a pretty good front line here. I would prefer... Yeah, no, this is fine. I would prefer to have somebody with a sword in here, but as is, I like it. The mace guy is... You can see his abilities here. Got a bash, just a simple, hit him with the mace. But then he's also got this knockout thing, which allows you to knock out enemies for a turn, which is great. It's the best thing ever. And then you have this Axeman here. He's got his basic attack, and then he's got split shield, which means that I can break the shields of my enemies, which is very useful. And then the spearman, the spear wall. And yeah, I think we're looking all right. I don't think we need anything here. Let's look at the men. They're going to have a wider range of men. You can see there's already some raiders and retired soldiers and stuff. People we can't afford yet, but maybe we can get somebody else. Deserter. Interesting. We got a peddler, a mason, another deserter, caravan hand, disowned noble. I've never seen that before. I don't see anybody that looks particularly good for us. They're all kind of expensive, honestly. In the future, we might come back and pick up a couple people, but not right now. I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave. There's a tavern, a training hall, and a weaponsmith. I'm going to show these things to you guys. I'm not going to be getting anything out of here. So, armorsmith, obviously. They make armor. They're going to have some nice pieces of armor. This guy is actually pretty ill-equipped, honestly. But you can get things that are hard to find in the field and whatnot. Mostly I buy like actual pieces of armor because it's hard to get them off of your enemies. Shields and stuff you can pick up pretty easily. Then there's the weaponsmith. Again, they make weapons. They're going to have weapons. They have some nice ones. There's nothing here that I absolutely need. I mean, there are things that I would love, but I also just can't afford that kind of stuff right now. In the future, we'll see one. Training hall is interesting. It allows you to buy experience gain. So for the next 2 to 3 days, this guy will 40% experience gain, or you can pay a little more to get 30% experience gain. I actually might not have read this properly. Okay, let's read this. Have your members participate in a sparring fight with the experienced opponent. Various fighting styles, bruises collected, lessons learned result in plus 40% experience gain. This one's plus 30 for a little more. So I think it's the diminishing returns kind of thing. Like, you keep forcing somebody to train, they're going to learn a little less and less because, you know, that's how life works. But you can train people. You can train them for, you know, a fair price. But we're not going to do that. It's too expensive for us right now. I'm going to listen in on the tavern. Tales of figures shifting in snowstorms, unearthly howls, and mixes in the wind. I wouldn't want to listen. Alright. Nothing really useful. There's nasty stuff out there. Things I already know. Let's pause and take a look at the map and kind of decide where we want to go. Oh, that's right. I'm locked. I was wondering why I couldn't move my camera. We've been down here. We could head over here. There's kind of a little group of towns and stuff. What I want to kind of do, what I was doing in my last game at least, I was heading up into, you know, what do you call it? There's a word for him. Not trapper, but I was heading into fur territory, picking up furs and peat and stuff like that, and then I would head down into areas like this and sell it off and make pretty good money doing it. And then sometimes, if I had good renown with a town, I could pick up things like amber or other stuff. There's some ore smelting here, maybe some copper or whatnot, and bring that back up. And I would do that while also doing like missions and stuff along the way. That's what I'm kind of hoping to do, but I think we're gonna head over this way because there's a more grouped bit of villages, I think. Yeah, that's a settlement. It's not a keep. Is this a keep? That is a keep. Alright. That one's a keep as well. Maybe not, actually. This is just one village. These 3 villages aren't too far apart. I could probably just hoof it over these hills. And then I can actually follow the road for those and then head down south. I think that makes sense. So I think we try to make it... I guess we go back the way we came. Or we can just go this way and visit these. There's an ambition to visit every settlement in the world, or on the world map, you know. So getting these early actually helps with that ambition once it comes up. I might as well go this way, I guess. We're not spending a ton of money or anything right now, so it's a good time to be traveling around. I think we'll go to Hellhovel, and then we'll go to Steinwalk, and then we'll go to Hammerden. Oh, there's some brigands. I think they're gonna catch us. Brigand raiders. We cannot fight those right now. We don't have the equipment. We're gonna have to run immediately. If we catch, basically like soldiers and other mercenary bands will be traveling along the road sometimes. If we catch one of those, they could end up fighting the brigands, and we might be able to go in there and snatch some gear. Like that. So if they catch the brigands, we're going to head into that battle. we'll see. I would like to kind of bait them in, but I don't know if we'll be able to do that. Nope. Oh, they're already in a battle. Go quickly, quickly. I don't want them to die. Alright. This is a night battle, which means that our ranged is going to suffer greatly. Just in general, we're not going to do as well. But they shouldn't do as well either. I'm not trying to be the front line here. And there's a lot happening where we can't see. A lot of dogs. I'm not trying to be the front line. I'm not trying to, you know, go up there and be brave and valiant or anything. I just want to get in there and get a few cheap kills, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of dogs up there for sure. And can you see a little more? No. Yeah, vision is real bad here. My line's getting a little messed up. Okay. I think we'll send one spearman this way. Alright, that's part of the soldiers, so that means that they're probably further this way. Keep moving our people up. We'll send one over here. Yep, there's the dogs. I'm guessing that the fighting line is somewhere around here. Seems like where they're all moving to. Looks like a lot of them are dying, though. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get in there in time. Oh, okay. Here we go. I can't move. Okay. It's interesting. That guy looks like he's been stunned, but he's still attacked. Or maybe it was this one. Maybe it was the raider, actually. Or the pikeman. Alright, let's move into position. Hopefully next turn we can actually get a couple arrows off. We're going to wait on this guy, move these guys out of the way first. I guess we put him here. And you're going to go up here. Actually move one further, but that's gonna put him in striking distance of this bill hook, so I think I'm gonna hold off for now. Looks like they're starting to get us around on this side. If we can come in on this side and surround, I think we'll have a decent chance of not losing anybody, but it's hard to say. Alright, next turn. Dog's gonna do his damage. And yeah, I think we have to get in here. Like, we just don't have time not to. What are my chances? 8%. That's pretty terrible. %, that's a lot better. Still failed though, unfortunately. Go ahead and put the spearman in here. You can get in here. Now we're getting a full surround on some of these guys. We'll walk you in right here. You take a shot. You can't really do much, can you? Guess we'll put him behind this dog in case the dog dies. And we'll wait on that. Hopefully we can get enough strikes on this guy, but I don't know. He might die. Yeah, run them down. Crap. Alright. Well, we didn't get anything. We got a little bit of money out of it. That's cool. I want the gear more. The gear is much more valuable than a few crowns. But yeah, it is what it is. It looks like that is time for this episode, though. It's the end of a good showing of how combat works with multiple parties, though. So yeah, in the next episode, we're gonna continue moving around this way. Hopefully, we'll find some good contracts and make some money, get some more people. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.